Hello and welcome to PMC English, my dear friends. We are going to talk about spiritual medicine and allied subjects. We have Dr. S. Ranjan in our studio. A very warm welcome to our studio, sir.
Namaste.
You being an MBBS doctor from such a, like scientific temper to spiritual temper. How did this transition happen?
Actually, it is in my culture, in my family. When I was in 6th standard or near about, I got jaundice. And at that time, my family didn't give me any medicine. Just I shifted from normal food to plant food, pure uncooked plant food, mainly fruits and vegetable and curd. And for 1 month, I enjoyed that food. And in childhood, many child, at least me, I was not very fond of roti, sabji. I was more in liking of fruits. So I was very happy that why I didn't get this jaundice earlier, so that I don't have to eat roti now. An interesting thing is my jaundice got cured. So it is in my family. My father never liked allopathy medicine. He will go to homeopathy if there is need. But when I entered on the path of meditation, especially pyramid meditation, then I came to realize that if we are increasing our energy, if we are empowering our mind, if we are raising our vibration, if we are elevating our consciousness, then we need not to depend on medicine.
Sounds very strange listening from an MBBS doctor, but I know it's very powerful, and there are like a lot of research has been done which has proven that this really works, and this is like ultimate. As you said previously that for body we have medicine, but for our soul there's no medicine yet. Am I right, sir? Yeah. And like you spoke about cooked and raw food, like what I understood from when you started curing your jaundice in childhood. Yeah. So the difference was like cooked food and raw food. Yeah. So what is better and why is it better?
That will come in category of lifestyle medicine, that which food we should have. I will take in a later part. First, I want to talk about mind-body medicine. Basically, how our mind influences our body, or we can say our health. Right. There is an institute of PNI, Psychoneuroimmunology, and there is a saying, there is no difference between feeling and disease. There is no difference between feeling and disease. This sentence, this understanding need to be understood by every human being. Right. And if we get to understand it, and if we start living it, then we will understand the power of mind. That we can keep ourselves healthy by keeping ourselves positive, by keeping ourselves happy, joyful, contented.
Right. So positive thinking will have a great impact on our health, right? Yeah. And I want to know about placebo effect. What is that? Yeah.
Placebo effect is the healing power of mind, of thoughts, thought pattern. Right. If someone is thinking positive, by thinking the positive, healing happens. So it is not due to medicine. When we use medicine, most of people, most of the doctors think it's the molecule which is bringing the healing effect. But there are dozens of researchers, especially I would like to highlight Dr. David Hamilton, because he was in the profession of developing medicine earlier. Right. Somehow he came to know about mind-body medicine, psychoneuroimmunology. He started working on it. He started getting good results on it. then he stopped working for medicine. He started working for mind-body medicine.
Mind-body medicine.
So up to 82% healing effect of medicines are due to placebo.
Right.
Means that you are thinking that this paracetamol will cure my fever. So 82% people will experience healing effect of fever.
Right. Right.
Here I want to highlight our experience is getting shaped by our mind. And experience is a very subjective phenomena. I will give you one practical example. Take 3 water container. In one container, keep ice cold water, and in one container, keep warm water. Put your hand on that for half a minute or 1 minute, and there is one container which has normal water having normal temperature.
Right.
Remove your hand, put both hands in that water. What will the experience of this hand?
One will feel a bit hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Another
one
one
will feel cold. What is the truth?
The
This
truth
water is
normal.
neither cold
Not
and not.
hot. Wonderful. That's a great example.
So experience is in reference of our past experience, and it is very subjective. So placebo, when there is process of a drug development, so there are placebo trial, there is blind trial, double blind trial. But what's happening that for the sake of business benefits, honest trials are very less.
Right.
If it is profitable, then it will be launched. So it is a very sad fact of medical industry that it is not being guided by ethics. It is being guided by money interest.
Right. Business-minded
Yeah.
people. Yes.
So placebo trial is there. It is in our journal. It is our literature, but it is not in very much practice.
Right.
So every person has to understand the placebo effect.
Right.
Up to 82% healing effects of whatever medicine anyone is consuming, whether it is of fever or it is cold or it is infection or it is of cancer. It is due to your belief that it is healing you. If you start believing, it can't heal you. So there are people who are not able to have faith on their doctors.
Right.
Those people don't get the healing effect. And I will tell you interesting phenomena. Dr. Bernie Siegel, he writes in his book, Love, Medicine and Miracle. When a patient sees that this doctor has this degree, the more degree, more chances of getting successful result.
Right.
More he travels, if he is coming from far, then there is more chances of getting result.
Right.
If they are spending more money, common people think that if it is costly, it will be more effective.
Right.
So if there is more charges of the costly medicine or costly doctor, there is relatively higher percentage of getting cured.
Got it.
So what is this? This is placebo effect. If you believe, it heals you.
Right. Now, when we talk about this placebo effect, it's all about our thoughts affecting our physical body or
Yes.
whatever the problem the person is facing. How does it chemically work? Does it release some hormones or some chemicals, or what changes does it bring into our body? If we talk about in terms of science.
Considering placebo effect, if we believe that this will help me, even if there will be plain water, it will help you. And in this regard, many research has happened. It has been found that when there is a bland molecule, a tablet or any syrup having bland taste, when its taste has been improved so that it's more tasty, more palatable, then people reported that it has better effect.
Right.
When there is color is neutral, when color is pleasant, then it has better healing effect. So we have to understand that when we like the medicine, the cost of medicine, the doctor, the color, the taste,
Right.
then it has more beneficial effect.
Impact. Right. Got it.
So Dr. Joe Dispenza, understanding this placebo effect, one remarkable researcher, Dr. Joe Dispenza says in his book, You Are the Placebo, if we realize this, then can't we heal by thought alone? And the answer is yes. We can heal ourselves by thought alone.
Without any medicines.
If you understand mind-body medicine, psychoneurobiology, then yes.
That's a great thing, a great hope for humanity.
Yeah. And I would like to elongate it. When we say that there is no difference between feeling and disease, so there are various types of feelings, like anger, fear. So it has been found that someone experiences fear. Even it can be in many forms, like suppression of the anger or excessive expression of the anger, getting angry quickly, anything. But there can be various types and subtypes of anger and its expression and various other things. So these all things, in most of the case, it's related to liver. So if someone is angry, there is chance his liver is damaged or will get damaged.
Right.
So if someone has damaged liver, there is chances that he will have anger issue.
So it is interrelated.
Yeah. So we have to understand that if we are controlling our anger, if we can discipline ourselves, if I can culture ourselves,
That will heal the liver.
yeah.
Right.
And if someone is conscious enough, then he can protect liver for lifelong. Louis Hay, the mother of mind-body medicine, in practicality, she healed her cancer by mind, by affirmations. She had cancer, uterus cancer.
Got it.
Practice affirmation, all is well, for 500 times in a day.
500 times.
All is well. All is well. And she got healed. She started recommending to other people, and every person was getting healed.
Wow.
And later it became a movement. She wrote around 10 books. And she even opened publication house, Hay House. Today Hay House is a leading publication house for related to self-help books and spiritual books.
Amazing.
So Louis Hay inspired hundreds of people for mind-body medicine informally.
Right.
We have started appreciating mind-body medicine in medical community. I told you about the Institute of PNI is there
Right.
in Germany. And there are courses at various universities. In America, there is American College of Lifestyle Medicine.
Right.
So mind-body medicine is part of lifestyle medicine. Besides working on mind, we have to work on our food.
Fruit, as you said earlier. Yes.
Raw food, fruits will be more helpful.
Correct.
When we consider food, we consider sleep, we consider exercise,
Right.
then it becomes lifestyle medicine.
Lovely. Amazing.
Mind-body medicine itself has many dimensions.
Got it.
I would like to talk about 4 dimensions.
Right.
Starting with relaxation.
Mm-hmm.
In any meditation practice or likewise, first thing is relaxation. Even simple, if there is fire or earthquake, the first thing is don't become panic. So relaxation is required everywhere to understand the things. So when you have to understand mind-body medicine, when you have to work on your mind, the first thing is don't be panic.
Right.
And I will correlate it with our pulse rate.
Right.
There is pulse oximeter.
Correct.
In COVID time, it has reached to almost every household.
House, yes.
So anyone can measure his or her pulse. Or even by putting 3 fingers on the wrist, it can be measured.
Right.
In hospital setup, we measure pulse for 30 seconds and then we multiply by 2 to find our normal pulse rate.
Correct.
Normal pulse rate is 70 to 80 per minute in resting condition.
Right.
That is, you should be in seated posture and close your eyes for 1 minute, rest properly and then measure. And even there are apps in Android, in iPhone,
Definitely.
there are app through which you can measure the pulse rate, heart rate.
Correct.
Pulse rate and heart rate is one and same.
One and same thing.
Yeah. So if your resting pulse rate is more than 80,
That is abnormal.
then it means you are not relaxed. It's so simple. You need relaxation. To understand mind, to work on mind, first most thing is relaxation.
Right. So this is the first step to relax.
Yeah.
No panic.
Yes. Don't be panic. Don't be anxious. Don't be irritable.
Right.
So the first most practice to relax ourselves is PMR.
PMR.
Progressive muscle relaxation.
Okay.
In yoga practice, it is Yoga Nidra. Many yoga practitioners practice Yoga Nidra. I am from Bihar, and in Bihar there is Bihar School of Yoga
Right.
at Munger. It is an institute of international reputation. Bihar School of Yoga has invented Yoga Nidra from ancient text.
Right.
The founder of Bihar School of Yoga, Swami Satyananda Saraswati. Incidentally, he has stumbled upon the process of conscious sleep,
Right.
memorizing mantras while he was resting, while he was sleeping. So he developed practice of Yoga Nidra. Now it's very popular and every yoga school, every yoga teacher practices Yoga Nidra. That's good, that's needed.
Right.
In every hospital, Yoga Nidra is needed. Unless every doctor will start practicing and recommending Yoga Nidra, we will see long queue line in every hospital.
Yes. So how is it different? Like Nidra, as in I understand for a common person, it might be sleep, related to sleep.
Yes.
So how is Yoga Nidra related? Like how can we practice it?
Yoga Nidra, it is a progressive muscle relaxation, progressive body relaxation. So we lie down, we close our eyes, and we start relaxing our each and every body part, starting from leg.
Right.
Means relax your toes, relax ankle, relax feet, relax sole, relax calf muscles, and slowly we keeps moving and we cover whole body.
Got it.
So guided Yoga Nidra is good because if our minds are not relaxed, then it has tendency to divert, to lose the focus. It will start thinking on some random things because most people are not focused, are not relaxed. So guided, when there is sound, there is voice, then it's helpful. Even in my voice on YouTube, Yoga Nidra is there.
Yes, before we discuss nocebo effect, I want to know about this Tibetan music that you use to treat your patients.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Many people like to enjoy candlelight dinner.
Correct.
So why the ambience is important? So for relaxation, ambience of music is helpful.
Right.
So it is soothing music, instrumental music is good. And another thing is that it takes you to alpha state of brain waves.
Right.
When we will go to the our brain, there are 5 types of brain waves.
Right.
Means every time the brain is functioning 24/7.
Definitely.
As we breathe, our breathing happens 24/7.
Correct.
Our heart beats 24/7.
24/7.
Our brain functions 24/7. Even when we are sleeping,
It's
it's
working.
dreaming.
Yes.
So, what is as per the vibration of the brain, means how, which part of brain is functional and how much it is functional. So it radiates wavelength.
Right.
They are instrument EEG, electroencephalogram.
Right.
ECG is popular.
Correct.
In many movies, they are two.
Yes.
That is ECG, electrocardiogram. There is EEG, electroencephalogram.
That's for mind.
That's for brain.
Brain.
Brain is hardware, mind is software.
Okay.
A general
Simply.
differentiation.
In simple terms.
Yeah.
Yes.
So brain wave, there are 5 types of brain wave.
Right.
So whenever we are talking, and or whenever we are thinking, or whenever we have open eyes, for average people, it is beta brain wave.
So while talking and while saying and normal situation,
and while
it's
thinking,
beta.
while thinking,
While thinking also.
when we are planning anything,
Right.
when we are calculating, it's beta.
So normal state is beta.
Yeah. When we close our eyes and we have to relax, when we are going in Yoga Nidra, it's alpha. So music is helpful to transport brain in alpha state.
Got it.
So that's the purpose. But even without music, Yoga Nidra can be practiced.
Got it.
For practicing the Yoga Nidra or PMR, progressive muscle relaxation, music is not compulsory. But yes, one can use.
But it can be helpful.
Yeah.
It can speed up the process.
Yes.
Right. Wonderful. This is really interesting, getting more interesting. I want to know more and more about these topics, but we had to cover some basics first. What about nocebo effect? What is it and how does it work?
Yeah.
Or doesn't work?
As placebo effect is there, positive impact of thoughts. So negative impact of negative thoughts, fearful thoughts. Like if there is the rain, first rain of the season, and if any person is getting outside and if he is thinking that if I will get wet, I will get cold. So by this mere thinking, there is chances that he will get cold. Or there is relatively more probability of getting cold in respect of that person who is not thinking about this thing, that I will get cold.
Got it.
So this is one factor. It's not like it is absolute, but yes, it increases your chances of catching the cold.
Got it.
So even in the case of cold, in case of COVID, those people who are more fearful caught it more frequently. All the infections, getting infection, there is role of nocebo effect.
Nocebo effect.
If you can stop negative thinking to enter your mind,
Right.
then you can stop infection from your body. So creating positive thoughts is more beneficial than vaccine. If mind-body medicine practitioners are allowed to speak, and it is not just my case, all over the globe, there are Dr. Bruce Lipton, there are n number of practitioners of mind-body medicine
Right.
who is saying that keeping our mind positive is more important than injecting the vaccine.
Very interesting.
Nocebo effect is the fear, negative influence due to negative thoughts or fear.
So technically speaking, so if somebody has this kind of fear, so there are chances that his immune system might not be able to fight with the infection. Is it that way, or like how does it work?
Yeah, in that way.
Right.
When there is fear that I will get cold or I will get infection of COVID or anything. There are different season, dengue, chikungunya. Season of infections keeps coming.
Yes.
That's nature.
Yes.
That's natural. That's normal. But when we have that powerful thought, if one just keep thinking that my immunity is good, so I will be safe, there is high chances that you will be safe. Yes, there are role of food, there are role of hygiene, there is role of environment, but the most important thing is mind.
Mind.
How you are thinking. Learn to think positive. For thinking the positive, for cultivating the positive thoughts, first you have to learn relaxation. An easy way to know that you are relaxed or not, measure your pulse rate in normal condition. If it's more than 80, you need to practice PMR.
Great, wonderful, amazing. So I would like to know about spontaneous remission. What is it about, and how will our audience benefit from this term?
Yeah. A spontaneous remission is a challenge for medical researchers and doctors. There are n number of cases who are getting healed in relatively unknown manner. Medical community label them as a spontaneous remission and they just ignore it. There are near about 8,000 cases of a spontaneous remission published in medical journal, peer-reviewed medical journal. To reach any article in peer-reviewed medical journal, one has to follow a proper research protocol.
Correct.
It's properly supervised, measured, and then it can published as in medical journal. But very few researchers are studying how it's happening. But there is one cancer researcher with the name Kelly Turner. I first heard her talk in documentary film named Heal. Kelly Turner she came to know about that there are dozens of cancer patients who have healed their cancer naturally, without chemo, without surgery. But or in some case, chemotherapy had to be stopped because there was severe side effect.
Right.
She traveled 10 countries in 10 years to interview these natural cancer survivors and their healers.
Right.
So-called spontaneous remission. In medical community, they label as a spontaneous remission. Before Kelly Turner, Institute of IONS, Institute of Noetic Science, has also studied spontaneous remission for quite long time.
Right.
Kelly Turner, book of Kelly Turner is easily available on Amazon. I want every person should read this book, Radical Remission, Radical Hope. She has written 2 books.
Right.
First book is more profound, Radical Remission.
Radical emission.
Yeah. There are person stage 4 cancer, terminal lung cancer, terminal brain cancer, who heal themselves without chemo, without medicine.
Amazing.
By working on mind-body medicine.
Now we'll come to our next topic, and probably the last topic for the day. So that is epigenetics. What is it all about, sir?
Yeah. Epigenetics is also a puzzling phenomena for medical establishment. Genetics, we all know, we have around 25,000 genes in our cells, and we have 40 trillion cells in our body. Exact number is not known. It's very interesting. Epigenetics is changing the effect of gene by changing the environment and mind. So it is not just gene, the genetic code which declares what will be the effect. It is actually, it is environment.
Right.
It is mind. How this gene will bring the effect in terms of protein.
Right.
Gene are DNA code, nucleotide.
Correct.
Epigenetics, science of epigenetics says that you can change genetic programming, phenotype. There's genotype and there's phenotype. Phenotype is the actual effect. You can change the physiological effect
Right.
by changing the environment. By mind. 99% so-called genetic disease can be healed by epigenetics, that is mind.
So mind can help us to cure all genetic disorders.
Not almost all.
Almost all.
99%.
But if we follow a right pattern
of thinking.
our mind.
So it's phenomenal. So many people are fearful that my father had this disease, my mother had this disease, so I can get this disease. Yes, that's genetics. That's true. But you can change it by applying the concept of epigenetics.
Right.
Every person who is suffering from any so-called genetic disease need to understand epigenetics. It's very unfortunate that many doctors are not working on epigenetics. It is there in our syllabus, but it's not getting emphasized.
Got it.
Like there are many rules, many laws, but it is not being practiced.
Not been applied. Right.
We have to vote, we have to pay tax, but every person doesn't vote.
Absolutely.
Every person doesn't pay tax. So epigenetics is there in medical books, but every doctor
topic is
doesn't mention it to the patient.
Understand. So the need of the hour is our doctors need to take care of this also, because normally what happens is a lot of people who have some genetic disorders, so-called genetic disorders, so they accept it. Yeah, it's there. It has been there like from my family, from my forefathers, and he accepts or she accepts it, and she's like, okay with it. Let's see what happens.
So when we say that it's genetic disorder or hereditary disorder, then when we give up, that nothing can be done.
Yes.
One has to face it. No, my dear friend, it can be cured, it can be healed by applying epigenetics.
Right.
Medical doctor knows more, that's true. He study medical science for 5 to 10 years.
Absolutely.
Every medical doctor study for that much time.
Right.
But in the age of information technology, in the age of internet, all knowledge is available on your fingertip.
Correct.
Any person can read what is epigenetics,
Do some research on their own.
how we can change phenotype of gene by changing our mind. We need not to depend on medical establishment so much,
Right.
which is driven by money, by profit. We have to take responsibility of our health. We can become our own doctors in practical aspect,
Definitely.
and for that mind-body medicine is most important.
Great, sir. That was really amazing, very informative, and eye-opening session. This, whatever the talks we had today, whatever topics we discussed, whatever the terms, medical terms, and the spiritual terms we took today. So everything, each and everything was amazing and very informative. My dear friends, you have always been heard about this hereditary disorder, but this is also curable through this mind-body medicine. I hope you liked this session. Thank you so much, Dr. Ranjan. We'll be again in touch with you so that we can unfold other topics. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being in our studio, and thank you for being with our audience too. Thank you so much, audience. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe this video.